back with another go round. This time we in here with budget wide receivers. And I can't stress this enough. I'm going to show you this guy, but I'm pretty positive everybody has him. Clutch Cooper. Now, a lot of you might be like, hey, I got him on my team. He doesn't even start anymore. That's the general purpose of Clutch Coop being on your team. That's all I want you to do. Put him on your team. The guy is basically, like I just called him, Clutch Cooper. He's going to make the plays. He's going to make the catches. He can take it for 6. He can jump for the ball. But if you're looking for somebody who's a little bit more elusive, the same exact guy, elusive, different name, Stephon Diggs, an inch taller. See him going for 25K right there. Pretty good pickup if I say so myself. Now, that's 2 receivers I just gave you. But in all likelihood, we all want a Megatron. We all want a Megatron. Yes, we do. I myself would love to have Megatron on my team. I haven't had the luxury of getting him. He's fluctuated in price for the past couple of weeks. Right there, you have him for 100K. Trail, I don't have 100K. That's all I have actually is 100K Trail. What am I going to do? Well, I'm going to give you another benefit. Not as fast, but right now he's going for very cheap. He's probably going to go for cheap for the rest of the season. Bryant. Like I told you in my other video from Rex Dixon, aggressive catch is determined by your height, by your jumping ability, your catching traffic. This guy has every last one of those. 96, 6'5", 97. He's a budget, 36, and he's going for pretty good. He may not be the best, but he can do it. Now, if you want somebody for cheap who you believe is going to make a play, you can go watch Crab Cleveland for this and see what he says about it. But I think that this guy, Kevin White, the gold card Kevin White from the Campus Heroes, he's a pretty good guy to go after right now at this moment. If you're looking for height and speed, take a look at it. Going for 17 to 22. This guy is 6'3", 97 speed, 91 catching traffic, 91 jump. Now, you may not win those battles all the time with him, but he's just somebody you can go after or do it to because his height is up there. But my number one thing right there would have to be, if you're looking for a budget tall receiver, it would have to be Bryant. He has everything you need because you're basically, if you run the type of offense that I'm expecting out there, is basically you're chucking it up when you're in trouble. What that's going to force that person to do, shade to that side or go over to that side and try to stop you. 9 times out of 10 it won't work. Now, Alshon Jeffrey, he is, I'd have to say at best very clutch, very. Jump ball situations with him are always going to work in your favor. 6'3", 94 catching traffic, 92 jump, and the guy can run routes and has great release. 12K, that's all they're asking for him. Guy's going to be a monster out there. Jeremy Maclin, another great budget receiver. Doesn't have blazing speed, but the guy can run routes. So 9 times out of 10, once you put him on that drag, depending on where he's coming from, he's off the line and gone. But here's the problem. I would rather use him as a slot because he can't get off the press. And online, we all know everybody is pressing. Everybody. Michaelfluid, another good one. 6'3". Catching traffic 94. Jump 93. This is another guy who I would say, if you don't like Brian Finneran's speed, go after this guy. He's been on my team, and if you look at any of my older videos, he was my starting outside receiver who I threw jump balls to non-stop all day long. He took it from everybody, from Charles Woodson, from Night Train Lane. He did his job out there for me. Dougie B, or as I like to call him, I just call him Dougie B or Mr. Clutch. I call him Mr. Clutch for a reason. This guy, your 5th receiver, 4th receiver, 3rd receiver, wherever you want to put him, he has the numbers of a star receiver, but he doesn't have the ability to be your number 1. Doesn't have the ability to get off the press. So that drops him down a couple of slots to like number 4, number 5. He's number 4 receiver on my team, and when I come out in 5 receiver sets, Number 4 streaks up the field, doesn't get pressed, or if he does get pressed, because he's the number 4, he's against a lower rated corner sometimes. So he breaks to the outside, gets off the press, comes in, I throw a quick dot to him. He's got it. We got Dorian Beckham Green. This guy, 6'5", 92 speed, 94 catching traffic, 95 jump, 90 catch. Dorian's gonna drop a lot of balls for you. I'm sorry to tell you this. He's gonna drop a lot of balls. But I give him a four jump balls. He's coming down with at least 2 of them. Watch any of my videos. This guy's my tight end. He's gonna come down with a lot of those balls. And he's gonna come down with balls in situations he shouldn't. 3 guys, he's taking it from. He's taking it. My last video, if you go watch, video before last, he's taking it from Ronnie Lott. I'm throwing this up and he's taking it from Ronnie Lott. That's a legend. That's a legend. And he's taking it from him. Yeah, right here. We're looking for another guy. It's the other Martavius. The 90 rated Martavius Bryant. There you go right there. His speed and his height is just amazing. But Martavius, I'm not a fan of putting him on the outside. I'm not. I'm just not a fan of this receiver being on the outside. He's been my slot receiver or my number 2 receiver, and he's done drags and slants. I really don't do too many jump balls with him. I don't know why. After looking at his numbers and his stats, he's pretty good. He may actually come down with those jump balls more than often. More often than not. I'm not sure. But I have not really made him a jump ball guy. So I guess that does trump. That does kind of trump our other guy, Bryant Finneran, doesn't it? So after looking at this, we're going to look at the guys I just showed you. Dougie B. We have Alshon, Amari. These 2 guys right here, Floyd and Beckham Green. These are all budget. You just got right there 1, 2, 3. That's 3 receivers in your lineup right now for a great budget price. A great budget price of under 50K. That's under 50K you're spending right there. Right there, you come in here with 100K, you just won your wager game or whatnot, and you got 3 great budget receivers. 1, 2, 3. That's 3 great budget receivers. And Stephon Diggs if you want them. You got Bryant Finneran if you need him. You know, he may have been knocked down the charts right there because of these 3 guys. These 2 guys actually knocked him down the charts because they're big and fast. So it's up to you to decide who you want to throw in there. Then Dougie B can be your last second clutch guy who's always going to come across the field on drag, snag it, and turn it up. That's one thing I noticed about Doug Baldwin. If you've noticed, I've been trying to figure out what's the rating or what's the rank. What makes a receiver turn upfield? Is it the quarterback, or is it actually the way you throw the ball, or is it the receiver? I'm not sure, but I know Doug Baldwin has the ability to catch the ball and turn upfield instantly. Haven't played with Stephon Diggs yet, so I just know he's a great budget guy to have. It's Odell Beckham when I go after him. Maybe not his height. His spec catch is amazing, so that may trump his height too. So I'm not sure about that one. He's going for 40 and 30K, so that could be something you could decide on later on. But Tyler Lockett, 97 speed. Would I go after him for a kick returner? Probably not. I'd probably stick with Dre Archer at that spot and just hold R1 when I come across the bend. And then we have the other guy I pointed to you, Alshon Jeffrey, the 87 Alshon Jeffrey. And these are all big body take it from you receivers. These 3 guys, 1, 2, 3, big body, I'm going to take it from you receivers. And then you have the 90 Martavius Bryant. That right there, we just spent, that's probably close to 100K or a little bit over 100K just to get 5 great budget receivers that are tall, that could do the jump ball. These guys are for your jump ball situations. See that jump ball? This guy, this guy are for like your drags. This guy can run the drag also. Amari Cooper can run the drag. Stephon can run the drag. Baldwin can run the drag. Now, Jeremy Maclin was just that guy that I wanted out there for you because he can run routes. You can put him on the zig. If you run him on a post, he's always going to create separation right after he plants. But due to the fact he's at 89 and he can't get off press, you're going to have a small window to get him that ball. And that's pretty much it. Those are my top 5 budget receivers that I think you should go after. It's a little bit over 100K, and then we have other receivers on here who there's no way in the hell if you're spending on budget receivers like that you're gonna get all these other guys. Yeah, Torrey Holt's going for a pretty good price. But yeah, thanks guys. Have a good one. I'll catch you on the next broadcast, on the next video. I'll try to post a little bit more.